Hello everybody, welcome back to How to Build a SR-71. Excuse me, we're over in Dad's shop and to explain to him what went on here, Dad.
Well, when I painted this, how we didn't notice it before, I'll never know. But I had a hump here and it raised up about 1/4 of an inch. Well, when I got to looking at it, the more I looked at it, so that's going to act like an elevator, and as it takes off, it's going to want to roll. So I figured, well, either tear it up or fix it. And so what I did is I took my little hair grinder and used this little saw blade I got here.
Yeah, that thing looks dangerous. I need to keep my finger away from that thing.
Well, you bet you got to keep your finger away.
We need to get Dad with them vibrating cutters.
So I cut right through here, cut all the way down to about right in here, and then I took and cut it right through here, and then cut a hole here so I could see what happened. Well, what had happened is my glue had come loose, popped loose, and this raised up. This wood is in a parabolic curve here, and that's where there's more than one radius. There's about 3 different radiuses in this area, and wood does not like to bend in that way. And so what I did is I took a block, cut a hole here, took a block, cut it on an angle to fit the back side of the wing. I glued it real good and set it down in there. Then I took my C-clamp, cut another block on an angle to fit to where this would be flat, and come up here and put a piece of wood all the way across to where I had it cut, and pulled it down to where it was flat. Then I glued it around that block, sanded that block off, and then filled it up with Bondo, and sanded it down. Then I took my air sander and come in here and sanded it below the surface. And then I went in here and put another layer of glass over it and glassed that wood, and then put Bondo over it, and now I'm sanding it off to where it's flat.
Looks good now. And then he made some reference lines. Grab your straight edge.
Okay.
So we can just check everything and make sure everything was good. So you had some lines drawn over there too. All right,
yeah, but I can tell where they're at. See, that's 2 inches, and that's 1 inch and 9/16. This one's 1 inch and 9/16, and that one's 2 inches again. Then we come down here closer, and in the same place it's 2 1/4, 1 inch and 7/8, 1 inch and 7/8, and 2 1/4.
That's perfect.
That's telling me that slope is the same on both sides.
Yeah. Then look at our look at his wingtips, guys. Look at both of them. They just match perfect. They both got that little whoop in them. Let me try and zoom in. See that little whoop? Exactly the same on both of them. Then we laid the string on this center line. It's got a little jog in there, not bad. But he's gonna lay a string on here, and that's gonna be like a razor sharp line before he's done. And what else?
I checked my wingtips to the center line, and they're 32 3/8. And 32 3/8. They're exactly the same off the center line.
So, you know, Dad's jamming away. This bottom looks good. There's a few little places here and there that you can find with your hands. Sometimes your hands are better than your eyes. Now's the time where you just kind of walk around there feeling. Feel one, draw a pencil mark. Feel another one, put a pencil mark. And you just go around like that with your hands, just real slow. And you can feel them places better than you can see them. And you've got to be careful. Both these wings got little dips here. Well, they're supposed to be there. You know.
Yeah, they're.
When I first felt one, I thought, oh man, Dad, there's a low spot. But no, it's supposed to be there because of that dip. But the low spot is perfect on both sides.
Once you get down to where, on an angle like this, I think you can see how much it actually bows up.
But it looks really good. It's coming along just great. Oh, Dad's jamming. But he's going to take his time, and someone was asking if he was going to put panel lines on it.
Yes, we're going to put panel lines, and I don't know if they can see how many expansion lines. I guess that's what they call them, is expansion lines.
I think they were expansion lines.
There's
some B1X or SR-71 experts out there. Tell us exactly what them for. I'm sure, but there's a bunch of them, but I don't think they'll be bad. But they're on the top and the bottom. You gonna see that? And I've been playing with my camera settings. I was trying to get the black screen off the, off the YouTube, and so I went to make it the resolution not as good, to see if that did anything. So the first two movies I loaded this morning were at the normal resolution, and they didn't do it. They were still there. So I put it on the super fine resolution. I know it'll be there, but this is where people was having trouble seeing them for a day or two. They kept saying error occurred. And so if that happens on these videos, I'm going to go back to where I had it set, which is the kind of the medium fine.
And we want to see if there's better lighting in here on kind of the windows. I've got windows.
Yeah.
The lights are only about 6 foot off the...
Yeah. And then I think, Dad, is there better lights you can get for these?
There is, get 40 watt. And
see, I just got the cheapest bulbs I could find down there at the store.
Well, they're only 25 watt.
Oh, really?
See, these are 40 watt bulbs.
Oh.
And they're not that much more expensive. I think I'd give $6 for 2 of them.
Oh, you know what, people? I think because that was the only kind True Value had. I went to True Value to get my light bulbs when I put them lights up there, and that was the only ones they had.
Go to Lowe's.
Oh. I bet you we can get some better lighting in my shop.
I want to show you the difference. Right here.
Yeah, I can see it.
I've got 2 different type bulbs in there.
Yeah. Sure enough, you can see the difference. Oh, but okay, so we're going to look at my camera in Dad's shop and see what kind of difference it makes. We're going to see if we can't get this worked out, people. So, until later on, I'm going to get home and I'm going to put my camera on the charger and I'm going to make some more movies. Dad's going to be busy in his shop. Y'all have a good weekend and spend some time with your family and get away from that computer. You might have a few to watch when you get back, but they're going to be there. So until later on, people, we'll see you in the shop.
So long.